Одно из самых таких основных вещей в методике интегрального воспитания, которую мы
One of the
используем,
most important things related to the integral education.
We already started to work. Let's try to pay attention.
Значит, то, что мы используем, это
What
обсуждение
we will
круга.
use is we will discuss the integral education.
Может быть, мы еще сейчас не очень понимаем, как это делать, не очень знаем, что именно.
It seems that we still don't understand everything at that stage.
У вас есть в нетбуке правила.
There are some rules.
И вы можете их посмотреть, они находятся в занятии 1.2, наш воркшоп, 5-я часть.
So you're
Number five.
Let's open exercise number 5 in the notebook. It's written workshop.
Правила очень простые.
The rule is really simple.
Мы будем задавать один вопрос какой-то для обсуждения.
We will ask one questions which we will discuss later on.
И мы должны обсуждать только этот вопрос.
And we should discuss only this question.
Мы не должны говорить очень много.
We don't have to talk too much.
Мы не должны критиковать друг друга.
We don't have to criticize each other.
Говорит только один человек, а все его остальные слушают.
There is only one person who speaks and the rest are listening.
Задача, чтобы каждый сказал, каждый, кто сидит в кругу, хотя бы сказал несколько слов.
Every one of the participants in the circle should say their opinions, should say something.
Сейчас нужно выбрать в кругу 2 ведущих, кто будет проводить этот семинар в кругу.
Now each circle should choose two people who will rule or lead the circle.
Для чего мы это делаем сейчас?
Why we do all
У нас
this?
будет лекция, мы будем рассказывать, как работать в кругах.
After the lecture, we will explain why it's important to work in a circle.
Но мы хотим, чтобы у нас уже были готовые вопросы.
But we want to prepare ourselves already with questions
Поэтому
for
мы
this
хотим,
lecture.
чтобы в ходе нашего тренинга каждый себя попробовал ведущим.
That's why it's important that everyone will try and work on himself in this exercise.
И вот как раз накопил вопрос к нашей беседе.
And we will prepare with a question for our discussion.
Как проводить круг, как руководить?
How to lead the circle, how to participate.
То есть мы к этой методике еще вернемся более подробно.
We will come back to this method in more details later.
К этому моменту у нас будет специальная лекция. К этому моменту
We will have a special lecture for this, but we have to accumulate questions
чтобы мы все лучше разобрались, как
in order to understand better how this method works.
Что делает ведущий?
роль ведущего.
Роль ведущего.
The role of the leader.
Он должен следить, чтобы каждый...
He or she has to pay attention to everyone in the circle.
Чтобы говорили, обсуждали один вопрос.
Speak and discuss the same question.
Чтобы
One
не было
question.
критики в кругу.
No criticism.
И не было каких-то диалогов других.
Without dialogues between the
Все обсуждали
participants,
один вопрос.
everyone participates the same question.
Вы должны как бы на себе почувствовать, записать, как вам понравилось это
We should
упражнение.
feel and write to each other how we found this exercise, what we like, what is difficult, what is not clear.
На данный момент у вас
In a
есть
certain
правила,
moment in the
правила.
notebook there is a rule.
И пока ведущие не хорошо их еще знают,
And if the leader doesn't know it very good,
можно их дочитывать.
it's possible that we will read from the notebook what is written.
Важно понять, что в
It's
дальнейшем
important to understand
все участники круга должны доверять ведущим.
that all the participants should trust on the leader.
И только ведущий может делать замечания другим участникам очень мягко.
And only the reader can somehow say some comments to one of the participants, but in a very, to correct them in a very polite, nice way. So,
Окей, нам сейчас давайте 2 минуты, выберите ведущего, 2 человека.
please take 2 minutes to decide who will be the leader of the circles.
Учитывая, что во время нашей недели каждый будет в этой роли обязательно.
Just take in consideration that during the week of the seminar, everyone will have fulfill this role. Please choose the leader.
You've been chosen by volunteer. The next time, yes. One leg, which are not going to be not 1 minute, 2 more. Даня,
У кого-то есть вопрос?
If someone has questions,
Да. Есть кто-то вопрос?
please.
Женщина, мужчина или
Мужчина, женщина.
I would like to ask all the questions you have.
Все вопросы, которые у вас
All
возникают,
questions you have,
пожалуйста, подождите, поднимите
please
руку
wait,
и задайте
raise your
вопрос,
hand and ask using the microphone.
чтобы каждый, кто здесь участвует, мог услышать на него ответ.
Because everyone should hear the answer of the question of the person.
Спасибо. У нас вопрос.
Thank you very much.
Первый вопрос.
The first question.
Here in the circle we have a question.
Here in the circle we have a question. It's okay if we need 1 or 2 moderators on if it should be man or woman, or if it doesn't matter.
Это не важно, мужчина или женщина.
It's not important if it's a man or a woman.
Все равно каждый из нас, и мужчины, и женщины,
It's important that the leaders, the guys, will be too.
должны попробовать себя после курса быть ведущим. То есть всего 2 человека, это может быть 2 женщины,
In total, 2 people.
2 мужчины,
It can be 2 women or 2 men, 2 women or women.
Как вы выберете?
It depends on what you choose.
Супер.
In order to listen to each other in the circle, please sit closer.
Сейчас ведущие должны напомнить правила.
Now the guys, the leaders should remind the rule related to the circle
Правила обсуждения.
and the rule of discussions.
Question? Should we speak spontaneously without raising their hand? It's forbidden to conduct dialogue by creating shorts.
Сейчас
Now
мы обсудим следующий вопрос в кругах.
we'll discuss the following question.
We don't speak to each other, we speak to the sun.
Ребята, давайте, когда кто-то говорит, мы слушаем, потому что очень тяжело концентрироваться, нас от перевода.
It's a bit difficult to concentrate, so please be quiet.
Спасибо.
Thanks.
Сейчас давайте каждый из вас вспомнит своего любимого учителя.
Please, everyone, think about your favorite teacher.
Почему он мне понравился? Кто
Why
он?
this teacher? Why you like this teacher so
Почему
much?
я его запомнил?
Why I remember him or her?
Вы должны будете это обсудить в кругу,
We should discuss this in the group
и написать какой-то общий итог.
and write
Общий итог.
a summary of it. Yeah.
И после этого,
And the end of
через
it,
10 минут,
after 10 minutes,
мы попросим кого-нибудь встать и
we will ask
сказать
that one will stay and say,
от их круга,
as a representative of the circle,
почему вы были такие учителя, почему они запомнились.
why they remember these teachers.
Можете начать обсуждение 10 минут.
You can start your discussion in 10 minutes.
I remember I had a teacher named Jan. He was teaching for music, which is my favorite teacher. Because all the music lesson it was not ordinary lesson. When I was in mathematical history, it doesn't matter, everything was regular, like school. And when it comes to music, we always sing music in circle. She was very young in her soul. She was very open, but she was kind of and we make many musical basic stuff by playing together every lesson we went through the film. I remember the every lesson it was like one of us she played so
To get confidence, that's very important for the students. And he also told me once, the best teacher is the one when the student afterwards is better than the teacher. And yes, he was also very kind. So straight, I learned a lot. My favorite teacher was Mr. Rodermeyer. He was my biology and I was I was shocked that it was there was so much love from those boys and you can help them then he goes around and says, you don't know if they need to choose other things. There are so much and I wasn't able to how he looks like he was fine. He tells us jokes and which makes him
Ребят, давайте закончим обсуждение.
Please let's finish our discussion.
Ведущие должны прекратить обсуждение.
The mentors should stop
Да,
the discussions.
ведущие должны прекратить обсуждение, чтобы мы все могли слышать друг друга сейчас.
And now everyone should be able to listen to each other.
Сейчас давайте social круга, каждый круг, кто-то.
Please, now we should choose one representative of each circle who should make the summary.
Еще одну минуту выберите человека, который будет
Please
говорить.
take 2 minutes and 1 minute and decide who will present and summarize the discussion. Are you ready? Did you choose already your representative?
Давайте, ребят, ведущие опять должны прекратить обсуждение в кругах.
Please stop the discussion, it's very important now.
Сейчас у нас следующая часть.
Now we go to the next part.
Мы сейчас обсуждали в кругах.
The first part was that until now we discussed
Сейчас наша
the
задача
topic.
также послушать мнение других кругов, точно так же, как будто мы обсуждаем это в одном большом кругу.
And our next task is to hear
Давайте вот первый круг, пожалуйста.
what the first circle will say.
Okay, we have all our friends write the favorite teacher and why they love it. So we heard so many stuff. We heard about that the teacher was like a friend, the way of understanding the materials is very interesting in a way. The teacher's values of honesty and respect. It's like school of life. People said that there was teachers that liked it because they didn't learn in the ordinary way. They give a personal relation to each student and give more about the person, not like an automatic student. There is we love teachers that give secure to the student and believe in them. Transferring materials in a funny way with the joke, very sensitive. Teachers that says try yourself, they don't forcing the students to do some actions. It was loving and caring and tendency. All of the class is equal, everybody listened to everybody. It was teachers that everybody listened to everybody and give personal again to each student, and was very enthusiasm and believe in what they're studying and not just transferring material.
Thank you. Okay, we've got a teacher who's always available, someone who's trusted, someone who makes the subject interesting, someone you feel love with as well. A teacher also asks questions, is enthusiastic, also a teacher who is lively, one who is concerned, and one you feel you're a friend with as well.
So some words came out from this workshop: connection, bonding, speaking from the heart. The teacher was like this, and giving important value also. Some of them was in love with their teacher. So and giving a feeling, giving the material in a special way. Thank you.
Next.
Our common teacher is a teacher that put the relationship with the student in the center and uses the subject he's teaching or the situation of his being a teacher and the student as an excuse for the relationships that the relationship that he builds with the student. One that connects the content that he's teaching to the life of the student, and always relates to the student as a person, as a whole, as someone with a whole life, not you know what. Okay.
Our common agreement was that our teachers made us feel very secure. He will build up our self-esteem through inductive teaching, through praise, through challenging us, and also that he was humble and that he at the end said, "Thank you for having me as a teacher." And that was the highlight of our discussion. Thank you.
Большое спасибо.
Thank you very much.
Вывод, который я могу здесь, вы можете здесь увидеть,
What we can see here,
что по правде самое важное это те отношения, которые
the most important thing
между учителем и
are
учеником.
the relationship between the
И
teacher
эти
and the
отношения
student.
нам позволяют как ученику углубиться в материал,
As students to go deep into the material, to learn well.
Также и учителю сделать интересную ему работу.
And the teacher will make the work more interesting.
И в итоге это все соединяется в какой-то положительный результат.
Bring to positive results at the end.
То есть в итоге мы хорошо изучаем материал, и у нас
we learn the material in a good way, Very good.
Следующий вопрос, который давайте
The next question which we'll discuss.
Надо в кругу написать реальные проблемы.
We should define a real problem to write down.
А почему не получается поддерживать такую атмосферу, когда интересно учителю преподавать и ученику учиться?
Мы должны записать причины.
We should define the reason, write down the reason.
Почему не получается поддерживать в школе такие отношения?
Why we're not able to support this kind of relationship in the school? When the teacher and the students has a good correlation and relationship between each of them. Teachers like to teach and students like to study.
После этого опять подскажем друг другу.
And after that we will again discuss.
Сейчас повторим вопрос.
Now we will repeat the question once again.
Мы должны записать
We should write down
реальные проблемы.
a real problem.
Почему не получается поддерживать атмосферу
Why
в
we're
школе?
not able to support the atmosphere in the school,
Когда ученику интересно будет
in which
учиться,
the students feel that there is an interest to study,
любому ученику,
normal students,
и учителю
and the
преподавать.
teacher likes to teach.
Все.
Непонятен вопрос?
Isn't it clear? No. What?
Например,
I will give an example.
Или вообще такой атмосферы не выходит создавать, или тогда как бы и тот хочет.
We should
Что
choose
мешает этому?
a concrete situation. Why it doesn't work?
слишком сложная программа.
Например, for instance, the program in the school is very complicated.
Или
Or
формальный подход к
Or there is
образованию.
a formal attitude in education.
Детям неинтересно. Или учителям,
Maybe it's
например,
boring to study, and the teachers are pressuring us. Okay.
Какие-то причины конкретные,
You should
реальные, которые
define
вы
a
видели.
specific reason, something from your experience, something that
Почему вот эта
you've seen.
атмосфера
Why this
не
atmosphere cannot be positive in school.
Ну давайте начнете обсуждать.
Is the question clear now?
Окей, начните обсуждать и будет понятно.
We have 10 minutes, please start to discuss it.
Как поддержать? Когда оба хочет для того, чтобы он
What actually is why teaching can work are not interested.
Basically, yes. What are the challenges? What are the challenges? What techniques do I learn? People would like learn, teachers would like to teach. What's the
What is the problem? Is they from the source together? Yes, to what's the problem? In our school, why can't we what's the atmosphere in our school? What is the problem? What they see is problems. More normal than just when you can do high school, you can do work. solve the problem of discussion. And I know that that system is teachers are teach flow because work one-to-one thing his teacher sent because he was escaping school from the escaping why did you do this? He said because of course he didn't say anything what to say. He was unpredictable. Nothing just to explain
I remember school. Teacher didn't like because I was not because stability was not interesting, just because in the way they didn't like the machine, they didn't care about the students, they didn't understand freedom on what are teaching. No, they are coming, they have to this way, okay. I'm just a student, make my own thing, my own life. Next class they're coming and I say, oh, you are a best good teacher. Why are you best good? I don't know what to teach. And this was my struggle all over school. I was a best student. But I could take it to the other side. I came in teenager. I was because of my bad experience, I try to help others. Yeah, so that really, only the way to give students the knowledge. That's all the find the common goal. Structure in the understand. What if you are just talking? I know that Einstein is I know that. That's just pure. This was the lack of understanding, lack of caring. This is how
I think that one of the challenges that is stopping us in positive atmosphere in schools is parents. Parents, because usually they require the kids will grades, almost grades, good, 10 or whatever system we have in the country. And they don't care about the environment, they don't care about the relations with the teacher, so they just check the grade, I don't know what is it, in the system. If you have good grades, then everything is right. If you have bad grades, so either the kid is bad, either the teacher is bad. So maybe we have so then maybe we have fight with the teacher.
You have 2 minutes to finish the discussion.
I also have I stress expressing the parents.
He was not president. I also mentioned that education and chance to begin. And we were on the way to
Actually, the generation by years developed. We have new generation here. They are much more sensitive, much more emotion, much more creative, and the whole system of education stays the same. So I think 100 years ago, nothing has changed from this, and that's why it's not fit. So today, the youth people, the new students are need different kinds of way to implement it. And not in the older way to stick 40 hours, to stick the board and who is talking and you are listening. Something for today's student. I think this is what the way we
Please stop the discussion. Please, the members should stop the discussions right now. Please choose one representative who will read the summary of the discussion. You have 1 minute for that.
1 minute.
Yes, you have 1 minute to choose the representative from the circle.
Давайте закончим.
Please stop the discussion.
И начнем слушать друг друга.
Let's start to listen to each other.
Ведущие в кругах должны остановить обсуждение.
Please, mentors have the responsibility to stop.
Давайте.
Okay. Well, the main conclusions what stops us, what prevents us to create such an atmosphere in the schools is that initial reasons are that teachers are not motivated to teach and create such atmosphere, and pupils are bored to be taught. What are the reasons to that? That formality and the knowledge is more important than the relations, and that teachers sometimes doesn't like uncomfortable kids who have their own opinion and thoughts, and especially, yes, like we have an example. Teachers, they lack the care. They just come, speak up, and they go. And they do not care if someone understood or didn't understand. They just do their job. And the system is old and the generation is new, and the new generation doesn't fit in the old system, and the system is not changing so fast as the generations are changing. And another thing is that young teachers are very enthusiastic, and they're keen to teach and to create atmosphere and relations, but in the years it dies, all the enthusiasm, due to the system that kills even the new positive teachers. And another reason I think very important is that the leadership of schools, they are not motivated enough to create such an environment, to create such relations. And for leadership of schools, the knowledge is more important than the atmosphere, and that stops everything.
First of all, I think you should give us a little bit more time. Because it's not really comfortable. Just break it all up. The goals of education we find are alright. We're going for the highest paycheck and not for relationships. The education system is ignoring the nature of the child. And a very important part is that the parents are not part of the whole education system. That was our solution. Problem.
Many points of view. It's hard to put up a positive atmosphere because there is a lack of this atmosphere when the students arrive in school. The relationship between teachers and students are forced. There isn't equality. There is a hierarchy system. The classes are too big. Too many students in the classes. The system is on competition and no one sharing. The professors only know what to learn, but know how to learn. They have to understand the school and the life of the student are one world and not two separate. And certain subjects of the school are really stupid.
Subject is stupid.
Well, our problems were the homeworks, which take a lot of time for the students' life, and the topics are not connected to the life. The marks that students get after the exams put psychological pressure on them. The schoolwork doesn't teach to think creatively. There was no change in the education system since 100 years ago. School does not provide real answers to the questions, and the teacher choose maybe their profession out of wrong reason because they don't have a lot of jobs. That's it. And competition.
Of course, we share a lot of things and read things that weren't mentioned, like the long hours, that there is no interaction between the kids while they're in school, and there is no mutual goal for the teacher and the students to share this time together, and the intention behind the schools and why parents send kids to school and why the state is having a school is another problem. And life education, babysitter, and there's like no purpose. Kids go to school and they don't understand why. What do we give to them? Why are they doing this?
Спасибо большое.
Thank you very much.
Мы сейчас с вами озвучили какие проблемы.
Now we discussed several topics.
Во-первых, немножко технически. Сейчас у многих возникают вопросы.
Now, from the beginning they were more technical. Now we started to go to
Это очень хорошо.
This is very good.
Да. Сейчас мы тренируемся.
Now we'll train ourselves.
И чем больше ошибок и вопросов у нас возникнет, это хорошо.
And the more mistakes we do, and the more new things will come up, the better.
У нас будет отдельная беседа, мы поговорим. По
We'll
правде,
have a
10 минут
separate
это достаточно.
discussion. 10 minutes is enough.
У нас 10 человек в кругу и
We
минута
have
на одного человека.
10 participants in each circle, so everyone has
Ведущий
1
должен
minute.
следить за этим.
The moderator should moderate and pay attention as well. All these questions which came up, please write it down. We will discuss them later.
Сейчас мы обсудим еще один вопрос.
Now we will discuss one more question.
Что мы
What we
и конкретно я
and me
можем сделать,
can do
чтобы в школе была эта атмосфера.
in order to create an atmosphere in the school
Чтобы не было тех проблем, которые мы сейчас с вами озвучили.
in which these problems will not appear anymore, will not exist.
То есть, что конкретно мы,
What we or me in particular will do in order to solve these problems and create this atmosphere without having the problems. You have 10 minutes.
Start.
Please start.
The question is what we can do and what I can do.
And to solve those problems to raise the evolution.
Yeah, exactly.
Can you summarize right now?
I believe maybe they are expressed and they are following they put together very one is very I think also learning by
And the question what we can do. When I come back, I will do training.
Okay, he said he training
4 days training about and I will teach them how to use coaching methodology and also what I will give them general education methodology. They will change their own teaching in their house.
I think that if we take the tools here and we can put connection in our life as a where something we are just trying to develop it and then we grow and grow.
You have 2 minutes to finish the discussion. Please.
I don't tell them only some routine in your life. It's real, and then it's trust.
Like look at the logo when we are network, and what I think what all of us can do is to really use this network. If we're thinking different way, we can find examples in our own places. And you know, one thing is, for example, when I talk to other parents, they think, okay, I'm crazy, maybe some other people in the way are also crazy, but when I show them, look, in Michigan, in Germany, and other countries, things that happen, all the world can change, and the authorities are changing. Then it's a different perspective. Then they don't look at only one of the trainers who are talking different strange things, coaching, global world, and so on and so on. And they connect things into one piece. This is, I think, can be really the cause.
So it's also what you said, we can use the connection that we are doing right now, and we can use those groups that we hear from fighting with each other and working with each other.
Yes. That's why we do it. That's right.
That's why we're here.
They have an argument, that's why we have enough time.
Сейчас
Now,
выбираем ведущего. Ой, выбираем, кого будет говорить эту тему.
we choose the representative.
Еще одну минуту.
You have 1 minute for this.
Someone else? You
Who wants to start next time? You can choose if you want that one.
Someone actually joked that the volunteerism is either someone says about himself and then becomes a volunteer, either the volunteer is the one who is first of all like, you're volunteer.
Давайте закончим.
Please finish the discussion. Stop the discussion.
Ведущие должны прекратить обсуждение.
The mentor should stop the
И
discussion.
сейчас будем слушать представителей других кругов.
And now we will listen to the summary of each representative.
Okay, the question was what I can do for helping this to happen. So a few people said that there are teachers and they can start to implement those points in the teaching. Some of us said that we can try it on our children, in our businesses that everybody has. And we said that we need, as one group, because we are thinking like this, we need to start working together also in the future and advice from each other, and then we can create a strong network actually that includes each other and helping each other to make it happen.
Hello. What we have is invest in teachers in the education, give this course to every education system, actually work more in groups. We have to change the purpose of education. Older kids should teach younger kids. Reduce the size of the class till 10 to 15. Teach kids to work together with games and teach them to care about each other. Connect the subjects of the lessons together.
We started with convincing managers of the schools to invite some discussions with them in order to create extracurricular activities possible. Some common discussions, changing subjects in the way that we like to learn themselves, give motivation to teachers, create a new integral tool, infusing connection games in the courses itself, bringing subject and consciousness of the public, include subjects that we actually are involved in, daily life, like politics and so on. Invite parents, as an example, to be part of this education, change frontal education to roundtable education, take examples from our workshops, and I think that's it.
And we were thinking of parents' participation within the school, kids, and institutes as a triangle, personal example, break walls, trying the teachers to break the walls they have between themselves and the children, more cooperation, listen more to the students and the children as parents, try to find more constructive and creative ways to deal with situations, prepare the children to what they're facing and explain them what they have to do. Also, being active as a mother and as a teacher, have more equality within home and class, and teach kids of their rights and the right to choose and they deserve to have good education and to make them think of what education they actually want and need.
Еще вот.
Most of working? No. Just speak up. Speak up? Okay.
No,
No,
you need to. It's record.
Yes. Working? Very well. Most of the people in our group are in education, and they want to implement what they learn here, this whole system, integral education, workshops, sitting in circles to implement that and teach other teachers, implement it in their schools. More active parent participation. Parents need to knock on the doors of schools that they want to be involved in there. And Aaron had a really beautiful example which he's going to explain to you right now.
People are hungry after lunch, it's too complicated.
Alright, there will be another class.
Всем большое спасибо. У нас несколько просьб. Пожалуйста, подпишите свои тетрадки, чтобы вы могли их не терять, которыми вы пользуетесь.
Please write the name on the notebooks in order not to lose them.
И так как стулья перемещаются, пожалуйста, конкретно расфотографируйте, чтобы они не потерялись.
Please make sure that you will not lose your notebooks, even if you change your chairs.
Просьба всем такие себе таблички.
And the second requirement, if you can put
Со своим именем.
pages with your names.
И еще, секундочку внимания.
Please, one more second of attention. It's a technical requirement.
У нас мы начали с общего действия, которое называлось Flash.
We started with a cooperation called Flash.
Когда мы работаем с детьми, мы тоже должны закончить каким-то общим действием.
When we work with children, it's also important to finish the activity with a Flash, with a cooperative activity. That they will have the right experiences and attentions from these activities.
Хорошо, давай детям самим выбрать, чем они хотят закончить.
It's good to give the alternative and the possibility that children will choose how they want to finish and to end the process.
Но мы не будем вам давать ничего убирать.
We'll not give you to clean anything today.
Вы просто
Don't worry.
поаплодируйте.
Please, applause. Thank you very much.
Okay, so thank you very much. The morning is over. Now we need to eat, right? Okay, so to it we will play a small game. Okay? So, if you want to eat, we need to make this game together, else we will lose some people. The room where we can eat 70 people together is not in this place. It's in a restaurant which has been given by the mayor of the town for our help, so we can eat every day during lunch. So we're all going to work together without watching each other so that we don't lose anyone on the way. Okay? And it's not far, it's like 10 minutes working, right?
5 minutes.
5 minutes working even. No, wait a second, it's not 5 minutes. We have an announcement.
They moved the restaurant.
They moved the restaurant.
There was a switch in the restaurant schedule, so they moved here the meal. Okay, we ordered it by today for 2:00, and the system is so that we want to walk there and they will serve. But today they called us at 11:00 that they have rescheduled their guests there. And they were waiting for us from 1:00, and we said we can't make it. So we asked them now to move here the meal, okay? Because we couldn't make it. I mean, we can't switch from here and there, okay? So it's not a problem. We asked them to move here the meal, okay? So we stay here, and we will set here the tables. It probably will take some time, yes. Not here, in the park, okay? So we need to set the tables and we'll sit in the street.
Alright, so, just a second. Okay, so we need 5 people.
6.
Okay, we need 5 people to set up the table now.
Joseph, please come here. Come here and say what is happening, because I already announced something and now it's changing.
So, you need to set up the table.
So what is happening? Because
Gyakorlatilag a 2 órára kellett, 2 órától 3 óráig áll rendelkezésre.